Harmeet Dhillon, Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the United States Department of Justice. Great to see you, Harmeet. I mean, what's happening here? I mean, if they have nothing to hide, just hand over the voter rolls. But secondly, they're legally obligated to, aren't they?
Well, they are, and we've made this argument. It's very clear under the 1960 Civil Rights Act that the Attorney General has the right to review and inspect these records. We're helping states comply with their federal obligation under the Help America Vote Act as well to clean up their voter rolls. And the reality is, this is a bipartisan problem. States that are led by Democrats and Republicans alike have been lax in cleaning up their voter rolls. It's also been difficult in the past due to various regulations for states to be able to get the help from the federal government. We've lifted those restrictions. But, sometimes secretaries of state who haven't been doing their jobs are reticent to open their books to demonstrate that. So some are scrambling to clean up their voter rolls before they let us see them. I mean, okay, we're having negotiations with some of them. Some of them flatly haven't done their job. And then some of them are making specious arguments like the one you just recited regarding the NAACP. They're making some similar arguments that, what we're doing is improper or inappropriate, or we're trying to weaponize. Some people call it weaponize, some people call it use. We definitely want to use tools and have accurate data to make sure that only citizens are on our voter rolls, that they're only on our voter rolls in the United States once, and that rolls are not being packed and infected, particularly in this era now of a widespread mail balloting, with people who are dead, people who have moved, people who have no business voting in an election.
Yeah. I mean, in full transparency, until you see the voter rolls of these 29 states and D.C. that are refusing to do it, there's really no way to know how widespread the issues are. I mean, you're operating in a vacuum. You're saying, come in, let me see it. I mean, this could be altering election results, Harmeet, depending on what you find. This is critical.
Well, it's not even quite a vacuum, because some states have done this on their own. We've run some records for some states. So I think we've run something between 50 and 60 million voter records so far, during this president's tenure. And we have found hundreds of thousands of people who shouldn't be on the voter rolls, people who are dead, people who moved, duplicate registrations. We have also found separately non-citizens on the voter rolls. And so now we're doing our due diligence to identify the extent to which they may or may not have voted. And sometimes people are enrolled on the voter rolls. We've just seen some crazy videos from California that show homeless people being used to sign petitions and, register to vote or sign affidavits, could sign ballots for somebody else and fill in. And that's easy when you have a system where there's no voter ID,
right,
where ballots are being mailed to outdated voting lists. This is not a fiction or a fantasy.
Well,
Los Angeles County in 2017 agreed with a lawsuit by Judicial Watch that there were over 1 million people in that county alone who should not have been on the voter rolls. That is insane.
Incredible.
And we deserve better in America.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why the SAVE Act is something, majority of Americans are supporting here, and it is coming up for that procedural vote in the Senate today. I want to get your reaction to this. You posted something on X, and it says that now that the Department of Justice has waived a policy requiring new federal prosecutors to have a year experience practicing law, you say, wait until you hear who's helping federal judges draft opinions that affect millions of people's lives daily. It will blow your mind. So we're prepared. Give us the scoop, Harmeet.
Well, I saw this hyperventilating, pearl-clutching headline from Bloomberg Law as if it was some kind of travesty that DOJ is hiring in the exact same way that our federal life tenured judges hire their law clerks, usually right out of college, in the exact same way that the most prestigious law firms in America hire new lawyers right out of law school, as I did for the 18 years when I was a owner of my own law firm before I joined this job. I hired the best and brightest first-year associates or people right out of clerkships. And going back even further into the 90s, when I was a law clerk at DOJ during a summer, they invited me to apply for what was called the honors program, which is right out of law school. They will hire talented lawyers to come and work, and they'll train them. The reality is nobody comes out of law school knowing how to practice law. It's a tutorial system. They learn it from other lawyers. And why shouldn't they learn it at the DOJ and appear in court and learn how to do it?
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.